So I got a donation from TK Mal for $10 to ask me to stand here and do a review on a new Hummer EV, which, you know, I have no issue doing. And by the way, if you want me to stand here and look things up, there is a Streamlabs. By the way, thank you very much, Cappy, for your $50 donation. Yo, it's appreciated. We all need luck in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's keep rocking. In the description that, you know what I mean, like, you can donate to and send me a message, or you can join my Patreon and just basically ask me to do some things for you. You know, like, whatever it is you want me to do. Like, I'm doing cars, I do geopolitics, I do MGTOW stuff, I do economics, right? And I'll even be tortured watching gaming stuff, right? Because y'all hate me sometimes. I understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, but you can also join the Discord or the Gilded, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I will put a link for the Gilded in the description of this video. But in the meantime, let's get to this electric Hummer. Now, a lot of individuals want to really think that it's an electrified Hummer, when the truth of the matter, it's not. It's actually a Chevy Avalanche. Now, but it does have some cool features. You know what I'm saying? Like, here is the spec sheet on it from GM themselves. All right. So the 2022 GMC Hummer EV pickup truck product overview. This is from the GM guy from GMC standing here giving out all the facts and figures, right? All right. This is updated with GM estimated final combined driving range on November 23rd, 2021. UDIM 24 module battery system, 3-motor UDIM drive with GM estimated best-in-class 1,000 horsepower and combined axle torque of GM estimated 11,500 pounds. That is ridiculous. Segment exclusives, available drive modes including watts to freedom, crab walk, and available extract mode. 800 volt, 350 kilowatt DC fast charging capability. First GM EV brand with a regen on demand Super Cruise, available driver assistance feature for compatible roads. The 2022 GMC Hummer EV Edition 1 will be the first vehicle in production with GM's all-new UDIM battery architecture and will offer impressive on- and off-road features and will have a broad range of vehicle dynamics and performance features. The new architecture provides the framework to integrate advanced technologies for optimal driving range, blah, 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 blah. So let's get down to, like, facts and figures, right? The UDIM battery, right, I wanted to actually say what this is. It's nickel, cobalt, manganese, and aluminum chemistry, right? So no lithium in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? It says the 3 electric drive motors within the UDIM drive will yield a combined GM estimated 1,000 horsepower when multiplied through the front and rear drive unit. Gear ratios are more than the GM estimated 11,500 pound-feet of torque, right? Which is strange, right? Because once you go down and you look at the actual figures for how much the towing capacity is, it's only 7,500 pounds, right? Which is kind of, to be honest with you, kind of terrible. But, you know, it's a new one. And the regen on demand. So basically they have an electric engine brake. Right, Hummer EV is the first GMC vehicle to provide regen on demand and one pedal driving, both driver control braking features, which can convert kinetic energy of the truck's forward momentum into electricity stored in the vehicle's battery packs to maximize the driving range. With the pull of a steering wheel paddle, regen on demand can slow the vehicle to a full stop. Right, so basically you have a brake on the steering wheel. Right, and that's without using the brake pedal. Similarly, one pedal driving can slow the vehicle to a full stop using the accelerator pedal, providing very fine control. The Hummer EV allows drivers to configure one pedal driving with multiple levels to match the driver's preference. Combined, these two features provide flexibility and precision to control the vehicle slows down on normal driving conditions. Well, this is kind of like a tractor trailer. Basically, in a tractor, what they say is that either a truck is under power or it's under brake. One of the two. At no point should you be in neutral just floating down the road, right? That's kind of where the mentality is. You should always, like, either be slowing down or speeding up inside of a truck. You know what I mean? Like, you can hit cruise control or whatever, but, like, you know, you should not just be floating, because at that point you're not in control. So the guy who actually, you know, donated to ask me about this truck, the reason why he thinks it's stupid is because he basically doesn't get concept. All right. So in the opposite of my last review, which was of the Ford Maverick, this is the opposite end, right? The Ford Maverick is for people who just want a little small compact pickup truck to like drive around the city in, and, you know, maybe do like some local deliveries of, you know, maybe Amazon packages or something like that, something along these type of lines, right? This is the opposite side. This is a Ferrari truck, right? This is the Tesla Model X, right? That's basically what's this competing with. This competes with the Tesla Model X, the Cadillac Escalade EV, Porsche Cayenne EVs, the Jaguar EVs, the Mercedes EVs, right? This is a car for people who want to drive something completely ridiculous, right? It's like the H1 or the H2, right? This is not the H3, this is the H1 or the H2. Basically, and when you have that discussion and you talk about like what this car is for, it's for ballers in the hood. It's for guys who have more money than brains, right? It's for people who just want to stunt, right? That's what this car is literally for. Like most of these people who buy these cars, they will never see dirt. Now, it does have some really cool features. They got T-tops, as you can see, right? It has actually a full skid plate underneath and like 5 cameras. And the one they actually have a camera underneath to see what's underneath the car for rock crawling. And it has a little windshield washer on the camera to clean it off because they know it's going to get muddy. It actually has 4 feet where you can actually submerge it in water, right? It's a pretty awesome vehicle as far as stuff's really concerned. 0 to 60s, you know, I mean, around like 4 seconds, right? Which puts it like up there in the range with like Lambos and Corvettes for no reason. Like, as I said, 11,500 pounds of fucking pound feet of torque. That literally means that like it's just a torque monster. Now, is this a Hummer? No, right? Like, y'all, we all know what a Hummer is, right? The Hummer, you know, I mean, is the military grade vehicle, and then the civilian one was still like a military grade vehicle. It's like the original Willys Jeep, and then they brought it out like, you know, for like civilian use, and it was still pretty just utilitarian. Then you came out with the H2, which was basically a Silverado. This is a Chevy Avalanche that they have just done everything with, right? And, you know, I mean, like the Chevy Avalanche, I'll be honest, I almost bought one. I love them. I should have bought one, like, because I bought a van instead for all the kids. I should have just bought the Avalanche. I probably wouldn't have had a whole bunch more kids because I'd have just been more selfish with life as a whole thing, right? You know what I mean? But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So, you know, what can I say about this vehicle? If you don't like it, it's because it's just not for you, right? It's just not the type of vehicle that you are accustomed to driving as a whole, right? If you're not into monster trucks and, you know what I mean, just flashy, bowling type of thing, this is not a car for you, right? Legit. Like Doug DeMuro did a review on this, and he said there's like little Easter egg moons. Like they put like the surface of the moon all over the place because they said this is GM's moonshot, right? Basically, they bit off of Tesla. Right. They see what Tesla did and they go, you know, we could probably do it better. And they had some fun with it. Like this reminds me of like the cars they were building back in the late 60s, early 70s, where GM said, you know, we want to make something off the wall. And every once in a while, GM will give you a car that just, you go, man, listen, this is now the standard, right? It's like the GNX, right? Or, you know, I mean, the old 442 or, you know, the Camaro, right? Or the Corvette, right? They'll give you something that's just complete, the Pontiac GTO. Like it's a car that changes the way cars are looked at as a whole. Now, the bed in the back, is it useful? No. This is not a pickup truck. All right. Again, this is a Chevy Avalanche. I've never seen anybody with a Chevy Avalanche with anything in the back. It's literally just a fashion statement. This is a pair of boots. Literally a very, very, very expensive pair of boots. Right? Is it cool? 100%. It is one of the coolest things ever if you're a car guy, right? But if you're not a car dude, then this is like not for you, right? It's just not. This is, I'm trying to think of like how to describe it. It's like it's like, again, it's literally like a monster truck. Like, it's just completely unnecessary and unuseful, and there's no reason to own it, right? It's like owning a submachine gun. You can't use it for anything, right? You can't go hunting with it. It's useless for home defense because you're going to light your neighbors up as well as yourself, right? It's like owning a minigun. Like, it's just, why do you have that? Just in case, you know what I mean? Like, what? In case what? The Chinese come in? You just got to start mowing people down? You need a belt-fed gun? You know, like, that's literally what this is, right? It's just one of these things that, you know, we should all be thankful that it exists as a whole, just as an in general thing. We should all just be grateful that they build these type of things, right? It's like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, right? Are you ever going to use a Lamborghini or a Ferrari at top end in America? No. You'll never see the top end in this country because every single road in our entire country has a speed limit on it because insurance and governments are terrible, right? But like, ultimately, it's great that this is here. Y'all, look, it's Tom Pease with Pnoid News. Y'all know the deal. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that Patreon. You know what I mean? Hit the Streamlabs in the description if y'all enjoyed this. You know, and I'm probably going to cut another video tonight. We'll see what happens. Peace be like one, my brothers. Later.